Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock, it is time for Veterans News, and Hank Whittier is in the studio. Good morning, Hank.
You're always surprised when you say that, aren't
I am,
you?
always surprised.
I miss so much. I feel like the old Johnny Carson thing, always had a guest fill in. So, anyway, thank you. Appreciate it. Listen, we have a lot of guests here today, both from Hospice and Ocala Civic Theater, so we're going to be talking about some things this morning. But in the meantime, we do have casualties. We have 2 law enforcement officers, both killed by firefight, and a firefighter who was also killed in action. The firefighter was Joshua Eugene, and he was from St. David, Arizona, killed while fighting a fire there. And the 2 law enforcement officers from the Florence County Sheriff's Office in South Carolina was Farrah Turner. She was killed in that incident a few weeks ago where the father ambushed the law enforcement officers come to serve a warrant on the son. And then also killed in action by, it was murdered, was a Gwinnett police officer, Antoine Tony, killed in action. And those are the 3 I have. Let me mention also Mr. Luckenbaugh. I don't know. Did you know Terry? Yeah, Terry was a fixture at the park. Did a lot of. He pretty much carried the sound system at veterans functions. He died suddenly from a stroke this past week, and just want to remember him as well. Coast Guard veteran. Okay, Larry, if you would.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I see.
Hey, thank you, Larry. Listen, one other young man who passed away as a result of an automobile accident was Clayton Hilton. And the reason I mention him, besides 19 and dying so young in an automobile accident, I know how we all need to be a little bit more careful out there in our driving habits. His family has decided to give some donations in lieu of flowers to us, and it was a very generous outpouring of generosity in memory of him, so I wanted to make sure I mention his name as well.
Yeah.
So, listen, we have some guests here from you guys like to introduce yourselves and why you're here and what you want to talk about. You want to talk about transitions?
Sure, thank you. My name is Beverly. I am the manager of the Transitions Program, and it's funded by Hospice of Marion County.
Kim Dorman, one of the caseworkers also with Transitions.
Yeah, you came to our office. We met you a little while back, and hopefully we can work together as we've been doing. So what is Transitions all about?
Well, Transition is a professionally managed support system for clients who have a terminal diagnosis of 1 year or less. And so what we do is we try to put support in place, things like respite care, companionship. We can do some errands, pick up prescriptions, do some grocery shopping, and we have some limited transportation, taking the clients back and forth to their doctor's appointments. This program was started by hospice in 2002 because they saw a need for clients who kind of fell through the loop. They weren't quite ready for hospice services yet. Hospice, as you know, has to have a diagnosis, a terminal diagnosis of 6 months or less. And so they didn't meet that criteria, but still they needed some support in the home. And so that's how we came about since 2002. I've been the program manager for about a year and a half now, but I've been with hospice for about 14 years. So it's a pretty easy transitions for me. So some of the things that we like to tell the client is we don't need a referral from a physician. Anyone can do a referral to transitions. The services are not medical, they're not clinical, so we don't do any hands-on. It's strictly volunteer-based. And so all we would need is a phone call if you think that you meet that criteria, and we would then do an assessment in the home to see what services we can actually provide for you. And we're also connected with other communities, agencies here in Marion County, and so we work very well with like Marion Senior Services, Interfaith Services, to try to get all of the services available to the clients in the home. So, and this is all at no cost. It's a free services thanks to the generosity of donors and Hospice of Marion County. Nice. We are funded through them.
Oh, very good. So how do folks get a hold of you, and how do they get a hold of the program? Okay,
well, a couple ways. You can call our direct line. That is 352-854-5200. And any staff who picks up the phone will be able to take your information, and after that we'll in turn do a phone call and then set up an appointment with you. You can also go, we have a Facebook page as well, and you can also go on to our web page, transitionsflorida, all one word, .com, and on there you'll find a lot of information about the different things we do, the activities that we have going on. We have things like caregiver support groups for the caregiver, and also you can find our quiz on there, and it's just a little assessment quiz if you're in doubt if either you're the person that's needing the help or if you're taking care of someone. It's just a little quiz that you can go on and take, and it's completely confidential. And once you take the quiz, you can email it. It'll come directly to me, and then we'll go from there with a phone call and then try to set up an appointment in the home with you.
Now, if someone in the community knows of a situation, can they call in?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely, they can call in if it's a neighbor. Mm-hmm. We just want to make sure that the client is on board with that because we don't want to do any surprises. So exactly. Yeah. We'll make a phone call, but we would prefer that you would also tell that person that you've given us information and we don't want any surprises. So.
Okay. Okay. So if you're very unusually quiet today, Kim.
Me?
Yeah. Something?
She's the boss.
Oh, okay.
No, she's my right hand, actually.
I do want to, she gave you the website page, and it's Transitions Florida, but it's not the word Florida, it's just the two letters, so it's Transitions, one word, with the FL.com,
okay,
which is the website.
And tell me the services one more time, just so the folks know what kind of services you can provide through this program.
Okay, so you want to talk?
Okay, so basically we are caseworkers. We our case management system. We have resources, the community resources. We provide a resource guide. We can help with, like Beverly said, companionship, respite care for the caregivers. We have a palliative care team if needed that can come out and assist if needed. Resources.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty comprehensive, and then you network with other agencies, whether it's us or whoever it may be, and say, hey, these people need some assistance and that kind of thing.
And we also are big on our veterans as well.
Absolutely.
Very good. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, we like to celebrate them, and so anytime we have a client that is a veteran, we offer them our pinning ceremony, and one of our veterans will go out in their home, and they'll do a little celebration and a little pinning ceremony just to show them our appreciation.
Very good. Excellent.
Yes.
Give the phone number one more time.
It is 352-854-5200.
Outstanding. Listen, we'll have you on again, talk about those programs and a lot of other things that hospice is doing, and they're, very comprehensive services for the folks in Marion County. So we appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having us
No,
again.
absolutely. You did very well for your first time out.
Thank you.
You did good. You're a star in the making.
Oh, well.
Okay. Hey, Larry, you want to take a break and then do a
sir.
commercial for us, please?
Absolutely. Let's see. Veterans News is brought to you by Bob Wine's Community Gardens and Nursery at 2610 Southeast 38th Street here in Ocala. When it comes to landscaping, Bob Wines has what you need. Everything from small plants to large trees, mulch, fertilizer, and so much more. Bob Wines will even deliver, plant, and guarantee their trees. Bob Wine's Community Gardens and Nursery has been keeping you blooming since 1952. And keep in mind, Bob Wines offers a 10% discount to veterans. And we also want to thank Hires Baxley Funeral Services and Highlands Memorial Park, bringing you veterans news. They have had generations of families honor them with their trust and confidence. They believe that's because for the last 128 years, their team of caring professionals have established a reputation of serving families with excellence and compassion. Hires Baxley currently partners with the Boy Scouts of America, Troop Number 72, to properly dispose of decommissioned American flags. They also are a drop-off location for the program Cell Phones for Soldiers, helping to provide minutes that matter and helping heroes home. Hires Baxley is located at 910 East Silver Springs Boulevard here in Ocala, or you can call them with questions at 352-629-7171. If you'd like more information online, the website address is hiresbaxley.com. That's hires-baxley.com. We'll take a little break and be right back.
Hey, those great fall deals just keep on coming at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. New, colorful, exciting ideas arriving every day, so come on down and get your share of the bargains. Fruit trees are half price. Citrus trees also half price, with prices starting as low as $35. Easy Care Drift and Knockout Roses, regularly $30, half price $14.99. And also look for these bargains. A shipment of winter annuals arriving this week. A huge selection, priced at just $1.99. A half-price tree sale, too. Buy one, get a second one just like it for half price. It's this week at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala on Southeast 38th Street. Open daily till 4, Saturdays till 2, and it's in the same blooming place since 1952.
It's that time again. VAFO's Ocala Arts Festival, one of the most loved events of the community, is coming the 27th from 10 till 6 and the 28th from 10 till 5 downtown Ocala, with 165 artists from around the country competing for $22,000 worth of awards, free admission, free children's art projects, free live entertainment, and free parking, plus food trucks to curb your appetite. Come all, Ocala's Arts Festival voted 32nd out of 200 of the best festivals in the USA.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Our tractor services include bush hog, disking, front-end loader, box blade, and stump grinding. We also have zero-turn mowers for the smaller paddocks, aisleways, fence rows, and lawn care. Fence row spraying is also available for weed control. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440, or online at powellgene, G-E-N-E, at yahoo.com. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
69 degrees. There's a 50% chance we'll see some rain today. 17 minutes after 9. Let's return to Hank Whittier and Veterans News.
Very good. Thank you, Larry. Listen, before I go on and introduce you to the Ocala Civic Theater folks, Jinky Diaz is here. She, December 7th is her big fundraiser on behalf of Vets Helping Vets. You want to say something real brief about it? Well, it's our fundraiser. This year's a 50s, 60s theme. You can come as a 50s, 60s dress-up, which some of us will do. We were around then. And then in addition to that, there's dancing, dinner, and all that good stuff. And you get a hold of Jinky Diaz at 286-9491. She'll tell you all about it. And tomorrow morning is our breakfast for first responders out there at the Holiday Inn West. And if you got time, drop by and get a little bit of money. I think it's $30. $30. And honor a lot of first responders from not just Marion County, but all the surrounding counties. So it'll be a nice event. We're looking forward to it. Get a hold of Jinky again And that number again, Jinky, is?
352-286-9491.
Yeah, that was just a ploy to get you to say something. Okay, thank you. Hey, look, again, Ocala Civic Theater is here. Larry Kernan is here, Director of Marketing and Promotions, and Kim Wise, Oral History Project Chair and Coordinator. So, folks, and you got a special program coming up, I know, because we've talked about it, called Beyond Glory, which is a stage production starring Stephen King and I think Stephen Lang, who is a well-known actor. And we're looking forward to it. I know the veteran community is excited about it. So, Larry.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
We're doing well, guys. I'm glad you're here
today. So, yeah, we're here to talk about two exciting things. Number one, the show we're bringing in called Beyond Glory, and then the Oral History Project.
Very good.
You mentioned the actor, the star, Stephen Lang. Most people, he's one of those actors, when you see his face, you go, oh, that guy, okay? Mm-hmm. So most people are familiar with him. Everybody saw the movie Avatar, okay? The bad guy in Avatar, that's Stephen Lang, okay? So
he's got a face for being a bad guy.
He's very much so, but he's also been in the movie Gettysburg. He's been in the movie Gods in General. He was also one of the bad guys in Tombstone. That's another real guys movie that he was Ike Clanton in Tombstone. Oh, see, another one.
You know him, yeah.
So how this worked is there was a book written by a gentleman by the name of Larry Smith, which is about Medal of Honor recipients, 8 of them. Okay. Stephen Lang found this book and then did a workshop at the Actors Studio in New York, came up with the concept of the one-person play, okay, and then in conjunction with the National Endowment for the Arts and the Department of Defense, came up with this one-man play, once again, written and conceived by Stephen Lang about the Medal of Honor recipients. It is unbelievably gripping, okay, and entertaining at the same time. There's also theatrical elements in terms of things that appear on the stage with Stephen Lang, things like that. It's amazing. So he first took this in with the Department of Defense and took this play to the DMZ in Korea and every Air Force, Army, and Naval facility that you can think of. Then took it to Chicago and then premiered it on Broadway, okay, in New York, okay? It's a tremendous show. We're thrilled to bring this to Ocala Civic Theater for 5 performances. Okay, it's going to be an amazing night of theater. Okay,
and that's the November 15th through the 18th?
November 15th through the 18th. Tickets are on sale. For those of you who don't know Ocala Civic Theater, it's a couple different ways that you can get tickets. You can go online to okalacivictheater.com, or you can phone us at the box office at 236-2274. Now, kind of coupled with everything, as thrilled as we are also with bringing Beyond Glory to our stage and to the people of Ocala, we're also doing, in conjunction with the Library of Congress, the Oral History Project, okay? And that's why Kim is here today. So, Kim, kind of take us and tell us about that, if you want.
Well, in 2000, the Library of Congress decided to do a project called the Veteran History Project. And it just is taking a oral history of of anybody that was in a numerous amount of conflicts or wars. I have a list of them here, and just finding there's personal stories, and then they are preserved at the Library of Congress. So 20 years from now, 30 years from now, someone can go back and they can read, or they can actually view a personal interview with a veteran of a war. So what we're trying to do is get people in this area, because there are a lot of veterans in this area. We're trying to get them together and hopefully get some personal experiences, interview them. We have to have at least 30 minutes on each interview. We talk to them, we pre-interview them. They come in, they can bring photographs, they can bring memorabilia, and then we're going to submit them to the Library of Congress for them to be there for the end of time. So.
Very good. Yeah, we often say that it would be nice to talk to some of the folks from the Civil War and all these other conflicts. We have their diary sometimes, but having testimony of how things were would be really helpful. We have that opportunity today, so I appreciate you doing it. How do folks talk to you about getting a hold of you about all of this?
We do have an email address that they can contact, or they can contact Ocala Civic Theater.
Okay.
Our email address is veteranhistory2018@gmail.com. And we are hoping to start training people to be the interviewers next week or the following week. I have a number of people that are working with me that are very competent in that area. Then we will start doing the interviews. So we can do the interviews at the theater. We can do them at a community center, say on Top of the World or someplace like that, if they would like to line up a lot of veterans that might want to do that. Or we can sometimes go to the homes. It just depends on the situation. But we will actually provide all the equipment, the camera and so forth. We do everything. All you have to do is just answer some questions and talk to us.
No, that's awesome.
Just tell your story.
That's awesome. And what period of time do we have to do this? Is it?
Well, it's an ongoing project. It's been going on since 2000. We're going to try and do it November and December in this area. If we have a lot of people, I'm sure we can extend that some. Okay. We would like as many people as want to get involved in this. We're very focused on World War II and Korean War veterans because of the age of the veterans now. My father was in the Korean War and he's 86. So we know that we're short on time.
Sure. You want to trap that history while you can.
We will go all the way up to current situations. If someone it could be a young person that's just gotten back from Afghanistan or someplace like that. We would love to interview anybody that has anything they'd like to share.
Outstanding. Yeah, I know WOCA and Larry, you did that while, and we had really nice response. I was really fascinated by some of the stories and the content. And you know, it's important, again, it's important to trap that while we can. So thank you for doing that.
Kim will be too modest to say, but Kim is one of the outstanding stalwarts at Ocala Civic Theater. She is a director and an actor of some note. So we're very thrilled that she's going to be the coordinator of this project for us.
Are you in a paid position, Kim?
Most of my work there is volunteer. I'm currently stage managing a show. I work.
So actually, if it's paid, this is the time to hit them for a raise.
Most of the work there is done voluntarily, so it's just because I love doing theater and I love volunteering for things.
Well, good. Well, thank you. You have a big heart, and obviously you have a lot of talent as well, so we appreciate you doing it. Thank you to reach out to the veterans, too, because that's important to all of us. So, as reading Beyond Glory, I see that the language is rather strong and the content can be strong, so that we
correct,
and that is that a little bit, if you would.
We make sure that then all the flyers, all the information that we give to people, that it is intense and can be graphic, and there will be, as they say, adult language at times. I would be remiss too with. The only reason that we're going to be able to bring this outstanding show and this major star to Ocala is because of our sponsors. So there's Duke Energy, there's Lincoln of Ocala, On Top of the World Communities, WFT, but in particular, Veterans Helping Veterans, which is helping us a lot with bringing this show to Ocala. So we appreciate it greatly. Well, we're looking forward to this.
Yeah, you approached us. I mean, I was thrilled about it. The veterans I've talked to, and I know you talked to some of the other veterans in town, they're getting excited about it. I'm hoping that you get a great turnout. I know you will. So November 15th to 18th. And tell us again about getting a hold of some tickets and some more information.
Sure, you can do it a couple different ways. You can always go to our website, which is www, and obviously Ocala Civic Theater, and all the information will be on there. You can buy tickets directly, at Ocala, at ocalicivictheater.com. And please, for any information, phone us at 236-2274 or drop by the box office. Our box office is open every day from 10 to 5:30, Monday through Friday, And we'll give you all the information you want about the... also, there's going to be a special on one of the performances on Friday, we're going to have a special reception and a chance for a meet and greet with Stephen Lang after the performance. So that's a special thing if you're interested to a limited amount of tickets for that on the Friday performance.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that Miss Diaz will probably, it's her chance to go to Hollywood. She's been, wanting to meet, so maybe.
Should probably go to that one.
I'm sure we should, but I plan to go to some of them in any case. But listen, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. I want to get you on again to talk about this before the performance, and I hope you come along with them. You add a lot to them, actually, so thank you for coming. Hey, listen, it's just about time for us to shove off. I want to remind you about the December 7th event and tomorrow morning our breakfast, and call Jinky Diaz, 286-9491 if you want more information. And as I tell you every week, guys and ladies, thank you for your service, and God bless America.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The FBI in Delaware